What is up, legends? We are back another week, another hype watch. We got a bunch of stuff that's just out to play right now. A bunch of PC stuff I want to talk about really fast, and just a general, thank you to everybody and all that type of stuff. You guys really have made the transitioning over to variety be really cool. And I can just do it, and it's just fine. And the channel didn't suffer that much for doing that. You're in a different algorithm right now, and I appreciate all of that. So we're gonna get right into it. Atomic Heart actually is a new FPS game coming out on PC right now. First up that we are going to be taking a look at right now, and this game actually looks really good. Like I'm not always into FPSs, so to speak. I gotta have like a theme, and it's gotta be fun. But this looks fun. You can't tell me that this doesn't look fun. That guy looked rough, but this looks actually fun. Like the destruction and the powers and the gunplay and everything else like that. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. This one's gonna be one to look for. So it comes out, as you can see, February 20th. Yeah, you just do all types of grenades at him, and we're gonna see from here how hype is gonna be. I put in a request for it, so we'll see if I get to actually review it. I get about roughly 70% of the stuff PC right now that I request for, so we'll see. Next up is Crime Boss. Crime Boss is literally GTA, yo. This is literally GTA over again with better graphics and an all-star cast of just all types of people. Like, bro, look at all these famous people they got going on in here. I don't even like where they get Danny Trejo from. I thought he was retired. So got Danny Glover on top of like this. Looks like it's gonna be kind of amazing too. Again, gunplay. I like the GTA like games. They don't do it too often, so I'm definitely gonna. Where they get Vanilla Ice from on top of that. I'm definitely gonna be rocking this to see, how good it's gonna be, if it's gonna be fun, and everything else like that. Like, and definitely, like, bro, Chuck Norris, hello, like, this is gonna be lit. And right now, if you get it, $31, not that bad. PC stuff tends to not be free, so I know people are like, is it free? No, it's on PC. You have to spend some type of money. Everything can't be free. So, next up. Excuse me, Star Trek Resurgence. This looks lit for the simple fact that you actually get to be like a starship, either a captain or I believe a cadet rather, and you get to go on missions, and like it's like playing out real Star Trek episodes and things like that. I look at the show and think she a badass. But anyway, I want to try this out because I want to see, just the lore behind it, like how cool it's going to be, how fun the game will be in general. And in the past, like, if you remember the Voyager games that were on PC, those games were lit. You guys remember those shooter Voyager games with the Borg and everything else like that, like the away mission games, even the OG MMO RPG that's still on PC, like Spock, yo. Leonard Nimoy, we doing that? I guess we are doing that. Next up, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that is going to be coming March 17th. This is also going to be something that's pretty lit. I like the first game. First game grows on you. In the beginning, not so much, but after you get by it, and then they patched it and fixed a lot of the areas that the game had, I started feeling it. And plus, the OG, I played the OG Star Wars MMORPG too. I never finished the story. That's one thing I need to actually do, and I want to actually do that. But obviously, you guys know I like play so much. I don't have time for MMOs. That's why you don't see me really do much MMOs. Like Final Fantasy 14 is like my favorite MMO like of all time, and I don't have time to do that. Guild Wars 2 is on my intro, and there's stuff that I want to do in that game I don't have time to do. So unfortunately, even though I am an MMO gamer at heart, that is not basically what my channel grew on. Sadly enough, MMO died. It just really did. So it's unfortunate. I can't make it not die. It just really did. So Starfield doesn't have a date. But if this is the most anticipated game for me right now out of everything, is this one, because again, you see me, I'm Trekkie, I like Star Wars stuff. I went to school for computer science and astronomy. If you guys didn't know, and law, but I changed out of law into astronomy and all that type of stuff. But Starfield is one of the things that I specifically one of the games anyway that I specifically am looking forward to because I like the whole space thing. I like Star Citizen. I don't like the way that they're monetizing Star Citizen, which is why you don't see me cover it and talk about it too often. I think Star Citizen probably is like one of the greatest space games ever, but how they're running that, I don't like that. They literally have like 20 spaceships that's like $60 and above, and they've been stringing that along for like 10 years. That game has been around for 10 years and still not complete, and they have gotten millions and millions of dollars, and it's still not complete. This is the longest wow, my voice. That is the longest, I want to say, active live service that's getting away with that I've ever seen in my life. Nobody, like, they're really getting away with something with Star Citizen. Like, that really shouldn't be allowed to happen, but it is, so it is what it is. Next up, over onto the mobile side, we have Eternal Hunt. This is another one of those RPG manager type of games where it's ARPG and you got good combat and stuff in it, but that's about it. Everything else is going to be on rails for you, so it's up to you if you like that type of game. People do, and here it is. Shadow Slayer is one of those games where this game has excellent combat. Like, it feels great. It feels great. It's like playing a manga, basically, but it has that shadow feel. And there are a lot of games that make, like, you see a lot of these clones. Like, even the one that copied Solo Leveling, that got famous for copying Solo Leveling, which is pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure they got sued because Solo Leveling is like a major IP. But it's one of those games, if you like that type of thing, go for it. Again, like I said, the combat is great. The game itself looks like it's going to be the same exact stuff that the other clones do. Zoran the Gladiator, something a little bit different. This is a little bit more strategical and platformer. You literally fight and block and roll and do all types of cool stuff, and obviously jump. And it reminds me of Ghosts and Goblins a little bit, so this might be something that people might get into. It's clunky, but it's not something that I wanted to actually put on the channel, but I did want to mention it because I was supposed to actually check it out last week, but it ended up being left over on HypeWatch last week, so we're just looking at it now. Next up, we have Funny Fighters. This is a PvP chibi anime based type of battle royale game. These games are kind of fun, and they make like one a week of these types of games, so if you're into this type of thing, this pretty PvP and competitive, it might be something fun for you. Crazy Green is another one of those idle games where it's just one cutesy character and they're taking on different things and they power up and stuff like that. It's just this one character, this one little girl who's basically going on and getting special weapons and being OP. I can't cover this because like literally every sound, including like the pieces of sound on this game, flags on YouTube. So they literally just decided to snatch non-intellectual IP music and decided to put it in their game. They're probably gonna have to change that, or nobody's ever going to be able to actively cover this game without silencing it. Next up is Mythic Path. Mythic Path is a little bit weird. It's another one of those RPG manager type of games. I put it here. I could have swore they put like some type of I guess they didn't pictures here, but it's an RPG manager. Another one out there, as you guys can see. Idle, have at it. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is interesting, obviously, as you can see right here, because it's a different type of feel. If you remember Darkness and Divinity, this is like a landscaped Darkness and Divinity, and I know that'll make a lot of people happy because Darkness and Divinity is one of those games that is getting a lot of attention and stuff like this, but it just doesn't get the hype. I guess they don't have enough commercials, they don't have enough marketing behind it, but a lot of people are like really interested in the game and want to play it and check it out. This is literally just a landscape version of that, so have at it. Zombie Flux is a city builder / zombie horde game where you pretty much have to get characters and survive through everything. It's an ARPG. It's up to you how you go about the different stages. Like you can do the stages different ways. You can build your bases different ways. So again, have at it, have fun. Zeta Prophecy. I probably am going to cover this. This is a bare bones game. However, again, this is kind of like those games like Honor of Heirs and Darkness and Divinity, where they give you a bunch of stuff to actually do. It's like a RPG, like a JRPG, but has a gacha element to it where you just run around and kind of like fight monsters. You literally can just let the characters fight for themselves, or you have control over it. They have 4 skills. In the beginning, you only got 2, but they all end up with 4 skills overall, like then like the passive, and then 3 skills and stuff like that. It's interesting. It has a good base to it. This is actually a global launch too, but you can literally tell that this game is a beta. I don't know why they. I guess they can just get away with doing that, but this is a global launch. This game, and I probably will do a video. You'll probably see it before HypeWatch, but just in case I don't, I'm doing this now. So, but if you see it, you see it. So the next up is, I believe, the last one that we have here. No, I think there's one more. The Lost Gene. Now, as you can see, I did install this, and I was gonna actually cover it, but I said, nah. And I'm probably not gonna cover it because it's really slow to build. But after you get past like the beginning of the game, the first hour of the game is really, really slow. Like you're like, holy crap! Most people probably are not going to get through that. As a reviewer, I'm supposed to get through that, so I did. And then it was like, I got through all this just to have like a city builder, a cute little space sim at the end of the day, and then like on rails type of RPG mansion. Again, people like this sort of thing. It's meant for you to play it on the go. It's not really meant for you to review and sit down and play it the way that I am. So I try to be fair when it comes to that, and then put it out there so people, if they want to see it, then they can come in and actually play it. Last for this, before we get into the registrations, is Myth Gods of Asgard. This game has come a long freaking way from being a Hades clone, because you guys remember this was a Hades clone overall. Now this is a lit combination. You play with other people and be badass. This is like what Hades should do with their new game. Allow people to play together. That would kind of defeat the purpose of what Hades is, but this game does that, and it makes it look cool and fun, and it moves and acts as quick as Hades does. I know the Hades devs is like, bro, we gonna sell you, we gonna sue you so hard. But apparently they just haven't. But again, the game really isn't Hades anymore. The backbone of the game still is. I'll give them that much. The backbone of the game it's still at its core a Hades clone, but it has evolved and turned into something way more different, and I think better overall for itself. Hades is Hades. Like, just let Hades be Hades, but just turn into something else that's actually really cool. So I'm actually going to be playing some more of this in the future. Merge Fantasy is up now for our registration. And again, you kind of get it. It's one of those merge games where you kind of like defend, tower defense type of things, but you're not defending, you're actually attacking, as you guys can see. So you got to put your stuff together and then go forward. It's kind of like a reverse tower game. We have a few of those on the market and people seem to enjoy it. So here it is. Stardust League is interesting because, you want to be anime and PvP? That's all I got. That's what it does. Anime and PvP. Like, it's like if you want to, you want to Genshin it out. Next up, we also have Sky Utopia. If you played The Legend of Neverland, here you go. This is like a clone of that, and The Legend of Neverland is a clone. So, GG. And the last, but certainly not least, which is the hype of the video, the hype of the week, is Hound is making a Dragon Nest-like game. I think it's Dragon Nest 2. It might be Dragon Nest 2, but it's called Dragon Sword. And I'm just going to let this trailer play. There's no reason for me to even say anything else after that, because when you see it, you're like, oh, damn, it's kind of lit. And for whatever reason YouTube decides no, you can't play this trailer, then that'll basically be the end of the video. I'll probably have to edit it out. But thank you guys for all the hype throughout the week. We got a lot of new people in. I'm happy that I was able to change out of being predominantly mobile into PC mobile and fighting games. And we getting traction, yo. I didn't think it was going to be this fast, to be honest. I thought it was going to take like 3-4 months, but we getting traction again. Like, it dipped down, and then it was like after New Year's, YouTube was like, oh, you variety now? And views just went up. Like, I didn't do anything different. I've been doing the same thing the whole time. If video get like 500 to 1,000 videos, I'd like, this next video, you don't take it personal because you're doing something differently from what the system expects you to actually do. So me in general, when a video doesn't do that well, it sucks, but you just keep going. That's how YouTube is. You just keep going and you keep pushing forward. You just keep trying to push the content out that you feel people would want to see, which is why I don't do naturally all the stuff. And then a lot of stuff that's on the HypeWatch is stuff that I was either asked to do or I've seen, and you see I would install it, but I didn't actually do the video on it. But I would still tell you about it if I thought it was relevant enough to actually tell you about. That's mainly what HypeWatch is, and telling you stuff that I think is going to be hype, whether it be PC fighting games or a mobile, and then give you something to do on Sunday, because Sunday technically on the weekend, if you guys didn't know, I don't actually do anything. All my videos and everything else, unless it's something special, like something like happens like on the weekend, like with Decay or Path to Nowhere or Neural Cloud or something like that. And now with Eversoul or Tower Fantasy, those are the games that I kind of stick around in. If it's not anything special going on in those, then all the videos happen Monday through Friday. Nothing happens on the weekend. And I think that's the healthy way to go about things, because everybody needs time off. So I will see you guys in the next video. Happy Sunday when you actually see this video, and enjoy the trailer. Peace.